Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a take 2, and this is the first take on the same picture, same cut file, and I'm actually going to use some of the same embellishments from the same package. So I'm going to start with the same photo. So this photo is of my girls and some friends, and they're swimming in the lake while we're camping. This is my youngest, and she's swimming. She likes water way more than my oldest. And she has the blue floaty in the big picture, whereas my other daughter has the pink one. So I am going to put that one aside for a little bit later, Thursday actually. You'll get to see it. And I'm going to get started with this one. So I'm just going to cut it down to 12 by 12. This is the Imagine from Kaleidoscope, which is from Hip Kit Cub over a year ago. I'm not sure which one it came out of. And then I've already backed the picture and the slides with the 49 and Market film strip stuff. And so that big one is actually the inside of one of the other ones. And then I'm going to use this Happy Days cut file also from Hip Kit Club. So I'm just thinking about what I want to do with this. On this one, I think I'm going to use the outline is what I'm deciding. And then I do want to do kind of a tone on tone. So I'm going to pull out some of my inks. These are all Color Theory ones. They are all from Studio Calico or Ali Edwards. And I'm going to pull out the yellow and the orange for this Happy, and the orange I'm going to use is called Orange County, and I'm going to use the dye ink for that one, and I'm going to do Sunny Day in the yellow. And so I did try and use my temporary adhesive to make it so it doesn't move around at all, but it didn't really work, so that's what you saw me do a second ago. And then I do have two of these ones open. Don't ask me why. I have two Orange County and they're both open, but they are. So on the bottom of one of them it is Velcroed to the bottom of my inks. And so when I've got one going, it's on the bottom. So I have to do that for some of those that I thought I had some going, but so that's why I keep checking, is because some of them have it, some of them don't. And then, so this is the Sunset. That one actually was Buttercup, and I didn't want Buttercup when I started to use it. I wanted it a little brighter, and so I'm going to use I already said, what was it? Sunny Days. And so it's going to have kind of an ombre effect because it goes from the yellow to the orange, and I know it looks you can definitely see it on the screen too, but it doesn't look as bright as it does in person, which is totally fine. I thought I was going to use this icy blue, but I have this Recollections Ombré ink that has blue and green in it already. So I just used my fingers and pushed it in, and then I'm going to use the dauber and just blend it in just a little bit more for the different colors because I don't want the white on there, and it's really wet now and it looks kind of blotchy right at the moment, but when it dries it's not so blotchy. So it is very, very wet. So then I decide that my Happy needed a little bit more thickness to it, mostly because it wasn't laying as flat as it could. So I did add another layer, and so you just saw me do the very first part of that and the last part of that. And then, so I'm liking that more. And then things go a little awry. So not quite yet, but I thought maybe I would pop this up on foam, but I decided after putting one of them on, I wanted to see what it would look like. So I put it on there and I decided right away, I am not cutting all of those into little pieces so I can have that one stand up for the outline. Just not doing it. This is where it goes awry. So I did want my photo to be a little bit further down. And when I go and put it on, because this is really sticky tape, it is not where I kind of want it to be, but it is just gonna have to live there. So I do try and like take it up a couple times. And then this is my other awry. So I only put foam squares on every other picture to back this, but I also have a strip of the sticky tape and the double-sided tape. And when I push it down, it actually tapes where it's not supposed to. So I back this one, trying to decide what I want to do with that photo. The other one is annoying me. The strip is annoying me. So the days is there. It's fine. The happy will go there. So I'm going to try and pull this up and no, it's going to rip the paper. So that's going to stay. So I'm going to put the glue there. And then this, yep, there we go. It all came apart when I tried to like just move it a little bit so I could add a little bit more foam dots like I'm doing now so that the pictures don't look like a big wave. So, some days. Then I get this glued back on. You can see that there's this little tiny piece that I had glued on before right there. I didn't actually have to re-glue that on. I could have left it because it's just going to go on top of where the water is anyway. I cut that a little short, but the water, you can't even see it on that side. So, whatever. Put some glue around here and get that frame back on. So I'm a little annoyed because I stuck this down too high. I'm still a little annoyed. It works out okay. But instead of having my film strip up higher, I'm going to put it lower, which helps balance that out. The days can still sit there, which means it's a little lower, which is fine. It's still got in that greenish section, or it's still a little higher than what I wanted it, but it's still in that greenish section. I missed a spot on the S that's sagging a little bit, so I'm just going to take my tweezers and slide this double-sided foam adhesive underneath with my tweezers. It wanted to stick where I didn't want it to stick. And then so there, and then this part on the Y for the white I could see, so I just shoved it underneath a little bit more. And now that's on. And so now I've got my happy on my top. And I'm thinking about backing this in the white because then I can overlap it with the picture a little bit more. And that would have been fine, and that definitely would have helped with the balance, but I don't really like the white on this one like that. Had I done it the opposite way, it would have been fine, but I don't know. It is what it is. So I put it on like this because I'm thinking about it. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. So, meh. And then I thought about making it wonky to go line up with the film strip underneath, and that would have been fine too, but I don't love it. So it is what it is. So now I'm going to go into this this bag. There's a bag of a whole bunch of Hip Kit Club stuff that I have that doesn't have a home with a collection anymore. Either because I put the papers away and didn't really think about all the embellishments I had left, or I used most of the papers up and this is what I have left. So I'm going to pull out this acetate die cut. Is their acetate and foil die cuts is what it's called, and it's from Pretty Sweet it's called Pretty Sweet, and it's by Kim and Kimberly, and it came in a Hip Kit Cub as well from 2020. So if those are ones that are interesting to you. They do have some color on the acetate, so I'm trying to take a look at what I can do. That together is gold foiled. The fun is gold foiled. The fun one that I put up just a little bit before is actually a tag. So I like these butterflies. And so I'm just going through and pulling out the stuff that would work for this one or my second one, because I'll do my second page for the take two right after this one is typically what I do. So this pink piece is cute, but doesn't look pink there, and looked awkward. I don't know. So that I'm not going to use on these. The flowers I thought about, but nope. this tag, I thought about the together I really like. So my title becomes Happy Days Together or Happy Fun Wonderful Days Together. The wonderful comes off, but that's okay. So now I'm looking at this and I'm going to cut this acetate piece because it is a tag and I don't need the tag. And so I like it better there. There's a little bit more water room there anyway. And then the together will stay there. The happy I've decided is going to be just the outline. That tag I'm not going to use. There's a tab on the left side right now that says love this. And then I'm going to glue down my happy because I've decided I don't make you watch all this. So here, and then it's on. I'm going to glue just the centers of the butterflies because this glue dries clear, but I don't want a whole bunch of glue on these. And then I'm just going to put my middles in because that's an easy way to put the middle in. Just last little bits down. That wonderful would have been fine there. I decided as needed. I thought about it on this side. The love this is going to go there. And that comes off. And I'm going to staple the fun on because I don't know how else to put it on. And I don't know where my tiny attacher is. I do not know what I did with it. And then this works really well that way on other things when I'm teaching. Not so well today. And I've done it before where it's worked well, but I was on the struggle bus. I try to put it in again, so it's crisscrossing. I don't like it. And then the first time it doesn't go in, or the second time, I guess. The third time it's just a mess. So it comes out here in a second, and yep, there we go. And then I will do something to hide the puncture mark there, but this butterfly is going to go underneath. The together is going to get nestled underneath. And the love this I'm going to commit to and put some glue on it, and it's going to slide in. There's lots of acetate on this today. Thought about those flowers again? Definitely not. And now I'm just going to put some enamel dots on. These are from Pink Fresh, and they were part of, I think they were part of the Happy Days. And then yeah, and they came in a Hip Kit Club too, or Hip Kit Club, I can't even speak. And then I just sprinkle some tone on, and I'm just putting the enamel dot underneath the wing so the wing stays up. And then I don't put a butterfly down underneath, but while I'm looking at this, I have some extra left after the next layout where I do my other daughter's page. I might come back and put another butterfly on here underneath that S, but it won't be in the pictures because pictures are going to come up here in a second, and I can tell you right now that I haven't made that change, but I might. Just adding a little more glue because this was not staying, and so there's a good gob of it there that will dry so you can't see it, but now that's on and done, and I don't know why I didn't bring it up, but there'll be some close-ups right here. If you liked my video today, please give me a thumbs up, even though it was like a disaster today for some of it. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you subscribed. And there'll be another video here coming up of a different of my take twos. If you want to see the second page to this one, it'll be on Thursday. Thanks for watching.